Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you all the attachments for the MP5. I do have two separate setups for it, one for Warzone and one for multiplayer. I actually really enjoy this gun for both, but yeah, really love using it in Warzone as my sort of close combat weapon, as it's good close up and as well as a bit of medium range. Yeah, I just think it's a really great all-round weapon. At the moment I was just mucking around with it on the full flood configuration, but at the end of the video I'll actually show you the setup that I use for multiplayer. But for all intensive purposes I just thought we'd have a little bit of a look at the flood blueprint. I think it looks awesome. It's actually the only blueprint that I think that I use out of all of them that are out there. And even when you do change a lot of the attachments, it still keeps the cool sort of blood red colour on the main body of the gun. So yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, to show you what the flood attachments actually are, it's got a FSS mini barrel, which makes it pretty quick on the draw, and you're sort of able to move around with it a little bit quicker. It has its own stock, the ultralight, and again, it's really about mobility. It does come with the sleight of hand perk, which look, it's it can be handy. Not the greatest perk in the world, but look, if you're going to have a perk, I guess that's one of the few that are actually pretty useful. It does come with its own special red 45 round mag ammunition attachment, which looks pretty cool. And it is quite handy having the 45 rounds. You're able to take down multiple opponents, or one difficult opponent, let's say. It also comes with its own operator foregrip in the underbarrel selection, which again has the sort of red accents on it and looks really cool. It helps with your recoil control. It's actually quite fun to use. As I said, I've been mucking around on multiplayer just with the standard flood blueprint and doing pretty well with it. But I do usually run it in a slightly different configuration. But anyway, I'm going to clear this off now, and then I'm going to go through each attachment category and show you all of the attachments. I'm not going to go through each individual one, just going to go through the list so you can have a look at them. You can always pause the video to see them in a little bit more detail, or if you'd like any more information you can always message me in the comments below. Okay, so here's the cleared out MP5. As you can see, it still has the really cool sling on it. I think that looks so awesome, and I love the blood red colour. And when you're using it, the colour really stands out well. So first we're going to have a look at the muzzles. Now the barrels. Lasers. Optics. the stocks. Perks. Rear grips. Ammunition. And finally, underbarrels. Okay, so I'm now going to set up the gun as I would normally have it in multiplayer. As I said, Warzone, I have a slightly different setup, but they're essentially very similar. Okay, so here's the gun as I use it in multiplayer. As you can see, it still retains some of the red from the flood blueprint. And so it still looks really good when you've got it in your hands and actually playing. And I think it actually still looks really cool. It's a very deadly looking weapon. It really looks like it means business. I really love this weapon. As I said, I use it in multiplayer and Warzone, so yeah, it is one of my favourite weapons to use. So I do use the subsonic integral suppressor. I just love the pros with it. It's got a, as you can see, very long list of pros. No traces, obviously sound suppression. It's really quick to aim down sights, and all it drops off is a little bit of range. And as I use this gun mainly for close to sort of close medium range, I find that drop off in range is really no problem. Yeah, it's this is one thing I really love to use. Now I occasionally switch between the 1 milliwatt laser and the granulated grip tape. At the moment I am running the grip tape, but those are two items I swap over quite regularly. It has pretty good hip fire anyway, but with the laser, yeah, it has really great hip fire. But just lately I've been throwing on the granulated grip tape just for something a little bit different. Now I do take off the Floods stock and I put on a straight line stock. I find it just helps with the aiming and control, and the only negative is the aim walking movement speed, which I don't really find to be a negative factor for me. I used to run the 45 round mags pretty much all the time with this gun, but when I started playing Warzone I switched over to the 10mm rounds and haven't looked back. I think if the damage and the little bit of range you get and the accuracy is really good. It does have a little bit less fire rate and perhaps a little bit less control, but some of the other items that I've attached, of course, sort of counter that. But I find the 10mm rounds are yeah, really good and gives you that extra little bit of stopping power. And yeah, now I run it on my Warzone configuration and multiplayer. And last of all, I use the Commando foregrip, which luckily is the first grip that you'll get with it. I find it to be the best one. Okay, it has the negative of movement speed, but you get good bonus of accuracy and control, and again some range. So I find this one the best all-round grip, just for me personally. yeah, so this is the setup that I use for multiplayer. I think it looks great. I think the flood blueprint actually looks incredible, but I do like the way this looks, and I do keep it in the sort of black with the red. You can still put camos on it, but it looks quite odd. Yeah, so I just leave it as is, but yeah, really love this weapon. So I hope this video has helped you. Maybe you're thinking about using it and just wanted to have a bit of a look at it. Perhaps you wanted to see the flood blueprint, or you just watched it for a bit of fun. But either way, thank you for watching another video of mine. I hope this helps you and you found it entertaining. And I do have a few other guns that I've unlocked all the attachments for that I hope you can find on my channel. The M4 is one, I believe the crossbow, and a few others. So yeah, if you are interested, have a look at the rest of those. I do have some other gaming videos, of course, and quite a few other videos on my channel of my other hobbies and travels, and some pretty random sort of videos, I guess, which I hope you might enjoy as well. And if you like them all and would like to see any more of the videos I make, please subscribe, and yeah, thank you for watching.